I seen him fight his last fight. He was tired in that 12-round span. Like, you could tell every time he fight, it's always like a gas tank problem or...
Make it rough for anybody. But, you know, Tank is a different animal too. So, it's a great fight. That's why everybody want to see it. We can't just look at it and say, oh, he gonna win, or oh, he gonna win. No.
People go in there and he's very obedient to Tank's power. And Lamont wasn't that night.
Shakur Stevenson has issued a strong warning to Lamont Roach, urging him to steer clear of a rematch with Gervonta Davis. Stevenson praised Davis as one of the greatest in the sport, highlighting his unmatched knockout power. He emphasized that,
I think it'll be a chess match. I think it'll be a boxing match. People talk about his power. His power is great. You can clearly tell that he's cracking.
Gervonta Davis opponents and that Roach won't get another opportunity. With Gervonta Davis powerful and physically imposing than ever, Stevenson advised Roach to think carefully or risk facing serious consequences in the ring. Shakur Stevenson admits that a potential fight with Gervonta Davis would be the toughest.
What would be your hardest matchup? Devin Haney, Tank, or would it be Ryan Garcia?
Nah, Ryan, just X him out. He's trash. It's gonna be Tank. I ain't say it before, but I'm gonna say it. Like, me and him the big fight.
Challenge of his career, he acknowledges Gervonta Davis' skill and unpredictability, calling him a legitimate threat in the ring. Stevenson knows the matchup wouldn't be easy and shows respect for Gervonta Davis' dangerous opponent capable of pushing him to his absolute limits. Gervonta Davis looks more powerful and physically impressive than ever in new training footage, showcasing his intense focus and dramatic transformation. His tweet, "Somebody is in trouble," has only fueled the excitement, signaling that he's locked in and ready to make a statement. Fans are buzzing with anticipation for what's coming next.
Saturday night, Gervonta Davis versus Lamont Roach. What are we expecting from this fight?
Well, we're expecting Gervonta just continue to show us his dominance and show us who he really is. It's really a coming out party for Roach, but we kind of haven't seen him a lot. So he gets to show people what he has too. And usually when you get two guys who are boxers and amateurs, it's going to equate to a good fight for the first few rounds. But then in the pro rounds, we'll find out, has Roach adjusted to being a pro yet, or is Tank too superior as a pro? And that's where the difference will come in at.
Roach is coming up on weight that, a lot of people keep on saying that's a very big disadvantage for Roach.
Gervonta Davis is a different kind of beast in the ring. While he acknowledges that the upcoming fight is unpredictable, he remains confident that his raw power and skill will rise to the occasion. Gervonta Davis to dominate and prove why he's a force no one should ever underestimate. Gervonta Davis.
Roach, his power might not transfer to to this weight class. What do you got to say about that to the critics?
Well, I ain't really got nothing to say to the critics because most of the time they don't know the hell they talking about no weight, but I was able to carry my weight from 154 to heavyweight. If you know how to do it right, then your weight, your punch will come. If you don't know how to do it right, then yeah, you're gonna lose your punch. So if he's a good, fundamentally sound fighter with a punch, you're gonna have a punch at 130, then you're gonna have a punch at 140. If he's not really fundamentally that sound, then he won't. That's why Tank was able to jump around. Tank fought between 130 and 140, whatever weight he wanted to. Why? Because he's a great fundamental puncher. So his punch gonna be the same no matter what weight he got on. If you are fundamentally sound, that don't matter. But if you're not fundamentally sound, then yeah, when you move up weight, you're gonna lose your punch.
That's exactly what what I thought you would say, like, breaking that down and making understand that 130
has recently partnered with a new coach, marking a fresh direction in his preparation for the upcoming rematch. This move signals a serious shift in mindset, as he steps away from his usual routine in favor of a more refined and disciplined approach. His training now appears more structured, with a strong focus on sharpening fundamentals and boosting stamina.
Yo, what's going on, fight fans? Check it out. It looks like Gervonta Davis has a new coach. Now, this is Coach Mustafa. He's a well-known coach down in the Atlanta area, and it looks like he's starting to train with him. I know he has that upcoming rematch coming up. It looks like it's slated for June. Now, this coach is known for his working on timing, precision, accuracy. Those are some of the things that this coach is well known for. He's also been training Kevin Farmer for his past 2 fights. Now, what does this mean for Tank? Is he leaving Coach Kyle and Coach Kenny, or is he adding Coach Mustafa to the team? Is it smart to switch trainers so close to a fight?
Observers have Gervonta Davis' heightened commitment in the gym, suggesting he fully understands the stakes this time and is making all the right adjustments. To secure the win, there's a growing consensus that Gervonta Davis wasn't at his best in the first fight whether it was due to distractions.
So breaking news, Tank Davis vs. Lamont Roach 2 is set for August 16th in Las Vegas. And this is a rematch of one of the most controversial fights in recent memory, where Roach arguably won 7 to 8 rounds of that fight, and then Tank took a voluntary knee in round 9, which wasn't ruled a knockdown, but ultimately it was scored a majority draw. Now in the rematch, I do expect Tank to look much better than he did in the first fight. I don't think that was his best performance by any means, and that means being more active in the early rounds, not just staying on the ropes looking for counters. And I'm sure he'll be willing to exchange more with Roach this time around. The left hands, the combinations, the body shots, that's where he had the most success in the first fight. And Roach, he just needs to stick to what made him so successful in the first fight. His forward pressure, staying behind that jab and right hand. But most importantly, he wasn't scared to take it to Tank, but he also didn't get too aggressive. Most of Tank's opponents, if they're scared of the power, they'll sit back on the ropes, get slowly broken down, or if they end up getting too aggressive, they get caught with the counterpunch. But Roach, he was sharp.
A flawed game plan, or simply an off night. Both fans and critics agree he underperformed. Now, with his reputation at stake, Gervonta Davis focused on setting the record straight. His recent actions make it clear he's on a mission to leave no doubt about his abilities.
Yeah, so we hearing that they got the fight set and scheduled, and it's going to be in Vegas, and it's going to be this August. So yeah, it's basically just been reported. I'm not gonna lie, we knew it was gonna happen because they both said they down to do it. They both said they got to do the rematch because it was too close. That boy Tank, because he been quiet lately. Lamont, you been yapping. Talking about you should have won. You keep dwelling on that little almost close win. That boy Gervonta, that Tank, he been... We ain't never seen Tank in this mode. I will say that Lamont, you're a very skilled fighter. But you should be nervous because we ain't never seen Tank like this. He's quiet. Like, he's literally hushed, bro. You just see him training. And now out of nowhere, he's like, hey, bro, we can set the fight up. That's actually dangerous. That's actually dangerous when you think about it. Like, dude ain't said a word. Even once the fight was over and press, he got...
This time there will be no excuses. He wants the rematch to be a definitive statement.
The one that's like, yeah, don't bring your moms to the fight. Don't bring your peoples to the fight. Dude been real hush-hush lately. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. They said the fight set up for August. I might have to go to this one in person. In August is my birthday month. I might have to go to this one in person, bruh. Because this right here, at this point, they're rivals now.
Shakur Stevenson has issued a strong warning to Lamont Roach, urging him to steer clear of a rematch with Gervonta Davis. Stevenson praised Davis as one of the greatest in the sport, highlighting his unmatched knockout power. He emphasized that Gervonta Davis opponents and that Roach won't get another opportunity. With Gervonta Davis powerful and physically imposing than ever, Stevenson advised Roach to think carefully.
Very close fight. I think, but after you asked me that question, I'm thinking about it. Yeah, I think Lamont do have a slight edge, just because he did what he wasn't supposed to do. So a lot of people go in there and they're very obedient to Tank's power, and Lamont wasn't that, and Lamont wasn't having it. And he said he wasn't having it. He said it before. Y'all tripping. Y'all must be really like tripping. So I guess we was tripping.
Or risk facing serious consequences in the ring. Shakur Stevenson admits that a potential fight with Gervonta Davis would be the toughest.
I think Tank wins in the rematch.
Why?
I think he'll make the right adjustments and he won't take too long to fight. He kind of gave a lot of the round away sometimes. I think he'll be more active and then he'll win. But big props to Roach for his last fight and performance. Fuck, surprised everybody.
Right.
I think he was robbed from the victory. Again, that knockdown should have been a knockdown.
Right.
But whatever, he gets a rematch, and maybe they get a third fight, after that. Who knows?
Yeah. Maybe it turns the market back out.
Maybe it turns out to be another great
challenge of his career. He acknowledges Gervonta Davis' skill and unpredictability, calling him a legitimate threat in the ring. Stevenson knows the matchup wouldn't be easy and shows respect for Gervonta Davis' dangerous opponent capable of pushing him to his absolute limits. Gervonta Davis looks more powerful and physically impressive than ever in new training footage.
You see a different Lamont Roach coming into this fight?
No, I don't. I tell people all the time, no offense, this is not a Lamont Roach, but a fighter can do everything in the gym, man. They can do their push-ups, their pull-ups, they can run 10 miles a day, they can eat their diet, they can change their diet, they can do everything right, but it have to be in your DNA to take pain.
Now,
in the actual fight. fight, not the training, in the actual fight.
In the actual fight, what's the difference between, you know, the pain inside the gym gearing up to the fight versus the lights and you know, being on Showtime?
No, the workout pain, muscle sores, fatigue, that's different, but
it prepares you for those lights.
But that pain in the actual fight, man, when shit get rattled, your eggs get scrambled, your eyes get blurry, fucking mouth and nose get fucked up.
Showcasing his intense focus and dramatic transformation, his tweet, "Somebody is in trouble," has only fueled the excitement, signaling that he's locked in and ready to make a statement. Fans are buzzing with anticipation for what's coming next.
What do you see?
Both of them, like I said, they both you know, top of the game. I see a competitive fight, nice, clean, crispy shots like the first fight. You know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I can't speak on what I seen.
Gervonta Davis is a different kind of beast in the ring. While he acknowledges that the upcoming fight is unpredictable, he remains confident that his raw power and skill will rise to the occasion. Gervonta Davis to dominate and prove why he's a force no one should ever underestimate. Gervonta Davis.